Welcome to Universal Love, sanctuary for spiritual seekers on the path to enlightenment. Today, we will explore the real powers solitude holds for spiritual awakening. To the so-called crazies, many people feel lonely on the journey. Whether they have taken a material or spiritual path, it doesn't seem to matter. It is a constant in our society. We may have fought with our family and friends. There may have been misunderstandings. But even if there weren't, we still feel alone. Sometimes we feel like we don't want to be in anyone's company because when we're with them, we experience a range of emotions. Everything just feels wrong, and all we can think about is going home to be alone. If this sounds familiar to you, I want you to know that there's nothing wrong or strange about you. On the contrary, over the past decades, the typical social construct we've been indoctrinated into is to go to school, get good grades, get married, find a good job, and then retire. When we come into this world, we come in blank, with the veil of forgetfulness. We knew nothing and remembered nothing. We came in, pure and blank, and then we're taught to be quiet, to listen, and to learn what we are taught. We are to comply with what we are told, with what was indicated to us, and since then, our brains have been washed. And as innocent children, we felt harassed. We felt that we were not natural, that there was something trying to steal our identity. Starting with our parents, through the schools, to the societal standards, telling us that we all must think the same, all must want the same, constantly suffocated by the pressure of the system. Over time, we accepted the situation, accepted those beliefs that we didn't feel fit in, accepted to have specific goals and to follow certain rules to fit into this world of madness, even if it all went against our nature, our instincts. And so, every human being has been trying to become something else, playing a role just for the sake of belonging, for the sake of acceptance. And this feeling of not belonging has been perpetuated for many years. For some, it has always been present. For others, it was buried deep down, but sooner or later, it surfaces, begging for attention. We feel that we don't belong, that we are not from here, that our ideas are rejected and ridiculed, that our feelings are not valid. They call us crazy. Well, here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. The ones who are not fond of rules, and who have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. But the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things, they push the human race forward. And while some may see them as crazy, we see genius because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. You are the chosen one. If you've made it this far, if you're absorbing this information, if you're interested in these topics, I'm delighted to tell you that you are chosen. You are very special. You came into this world to excel. You came to do something extraordinary. You just need to open your eyes. You just need to believe it. You're not here to follow anyone, to obey orders, or to follow the masses. You're special, chosen to awaken the masses from their slumber and help align them with the current ascending universal frequency, chosen to help promote the frequency of love, and not the fear fostered by the media. When we were children, we were already in the higher dimension, and we were one with the universe. That's why as children, we felt more alive in nature, happier running and exploring our Mother Earth, more alive near animals. We felt a universal connection, but the system molded us, programmed us, made us feel like something was wrong with us. Of course, you're not here to wait for someone to tell you what to do. Everything is encoded in your DNA. As the chosen one you are, your ideals no longer match those of the rest of the flock. This may feel like a lonely path and sometimes distressing. But don't worry, keep learning about yourself, about what strengthens you and how you can better serve yourself, your loved ones, and the majority of the population. You're already in your perfect place. You're already learning and developing. And this is because you are chosen. Every day, many people are waking up and realizing that the old social construct is not what they want. Most of them who don't fit into the current system are realizing that they need to change the trajectory of their lives and break away from the old culturally accepted beliefs that most of their peers still hold. This is the hero's journey. Let's get things straight. This path is not easy. Feeling lonely and misunderstood when consciousness is awakening most of the time leads to depression, because there's a feeling that the outer world is not aligned with your inner world, or that the world we want to create doesn't match societal expectations or standards. There's a feeling of loneliness, despair, emptiness, and pain, but all of this is a sign. This is what metaphysicians call the hero's journey. You delve into the shadows of being to find your true essence. You get lost, you fight, you give it all to the breaking point, a point where you thought you couldn't go on anymore. But in that very moment, in that abyss, divine magic appears to help you out. Your vibration increases day by day, no longer aligning with the external vibration. You may feel like you're going crazy, or have developed a mental illness of some sort, because you're rapidly experiencing various dimensions opening up widely. There's much available to you now. You're simply not used to it. You're also releasing darker, lower energies and seeing through them. When you're alone, you're forced to face your problems and find solutions on your own. It involves reliving and releasing past traumas. It involves changing thought patterns. However, the universe has given you a great opportunity in disguise. It has forced you into isolation to give you the chance to find yourself and create the life you want, a virtuous life of service to others. Everything happens for a reason. Endure, resist, bring out the warrior essence you've always had, because it takes time for these dark energies to fade away. In that abyss, a magic will come to you, helping you transmute all that pain and suffering into energy and inner strength that seems to come from nowhere, from the depths of your being, for you to ultimately emerge victorious from the deepest abyss of the underworld. Throughout history, truth seekers have embraced loneliness to face themselves. It's easier to do it alone, because relationships with others can get complicated when their problems and difficulties are also present. Being alone, you'll discover your incredible power and ability to manifest your desires. This knowledge comes to you when you're alone, going through the darkest moments of your life. You'll come out with new knowledge, with a new awareness, with new weapons and renewed energies, like a phoenix rising from its own ashes. Your consciousness will have been elevated, and its barriers will have collapsed, and eventually, you will feel at home like never before, as your new home will be here and now. This is your magical personality, your natural gifts and talents that you have found within yourself, those that you will polish and put in service to others. Not having a sense of belonging is an extremely painful experience, but it's truly worth it. Understand that change is necessary to become the person you want to be. A new life requires a new environment, new beliefs, new ways of thinking, and new ways of perceiving the world. These changes can be uncomfortable and painful, but they happen for your good and will bring you closer to your desired future. Apparently, the path of awakening to enlightenment is often solitary, but it doesn't have to be all the time. The times when being alone is necessary can be chaotic and make you feel out of place and not fitting in, but everything is part of the ascension. Paradoxically, when you walk your path alone and enjoy it, you'll radiate an energy that others will perceive. They won't know what makes you special, but they'll feel it and come to you, to be helped, to connect with you. Pain and loneliness are blessings that allow you to become a more powerful conscious being. As the stellar seed you are, you realize and discover that you don't have to fit in or follow anyone else anymore. You recognize who you really are and the hidden power within you. As you awaken more and more, you begin to flow into the infinite everything that exists. You set the standards, dictate the rules, and set aside the rules of the deceitful society, allowing your magical personality to manifest in the world. This spiritual journey called life is about strengthening your relationship with the divine, God, the universe, the source, singularity, or whatever you want to call it. This 3D world is just a temporary game, as consciousness is creating itself. Knowing oneself is equivalent to knowing everything. Embrace your gifts and your divine power, your divine masculine and feminine energies, as a spiritual being having a human experience, as a creator on earth. It's essential to be grateful for the opportunity to have a spiritual awakening in this life, because we're on the cusp of an incredible transformation. With the universe and God on your side, you have all the support you need. Now you're going to change your world. You'll raise your frequency, and with it, you'll save Mother Earth. Thank you for staying until the end. Much love, and a great journey to you.